welcome to the deep dive. You sent over some source material, these excerpts called Remembering Niko McKnight. And today we're going to dive into them. They focus on the life and, sadly, the recent passing of Brian McKnight's son, Niko. He was only 32 after a 2-year cancer battle.
Yeah, it's quite tragic.
So our goal here is really to unpack what these specific readings tell us.
Yeah.
About his creative side, his health journey, and also, inevitably, the complex family stuff that's mentioned.
Right. And it's worth saying, right away, this source gives a particular viewpoint. It seems heavily influenced by his uncle, Claude McKnight.
Right.
And it touches on a family situation that, as the source itself notes, has been, pretty public for a while now. So it's about seeing it through that lens.
Got it. Okay, so let's jump in. The excerpts, they start with the news shared by Claude McKnight. He describes Niko as one of those amazing kids, talented, quirky, curious, the kind of person you always wanted to be around. It sets a really warm tone right off the bat.
Absolutely. And the material it really leans into his talents. It highlights him as, a gifted singer, a guitarist, and a photographer as well.
Right.
What seems clear from reading this is that despite maybe other noise out there, this source really wants to emphasize the legacy of music and creativity he left.
Okay. Now, shifting gears a bit to his health journey, because that's a big part of the story here.
Yeah.
According to this source, Niko's fight with cancer, it became more widely known around 2024. He actually shared his diagnosis himself pretty openly.
On Instagram, yeah.
Exactly. And there's one line the source picks out that really stays with you. It's been one hell of a ride, but things are looking better now.
That message of hope.
Laid it out there.
But the focus, definitely in Claude's message as it's presented here, it shifts towards finding some kind of peace.
Right.
He's quoted saying, Niko's out of pain now, no more chemo, no more radiation, and we will see him again one day. The material really underscores that, despite the acknowledged hurt and distance, Niko's final months were marked by strength, humor, and love, at least as shared in these pages.
So, sort of wrapping this up then.
Yeah.
Looking just at the source material you provided, we get this glimpse into Niko's life, his creative energy, his resilience facing illness.
And it definitely brings that difficult reality of strained families into focus, doesn't it? Especially when it's all happening so publicly.
Yeah.
It acknowledges the hurt that the source says was there, but also points to this idea of peace at the end, as Claude described it.
So exploring this source, it leaves you with quite a bit to think about, really. How someone's art, their personal battles, how it all intersects with their family's story.
Especially when those family ties are, fragile.
Exactly. What does reading about this particular journey through this lens remind you about just the human experience? Pain, hope, and that power of expressing yourself no matter what's going on around you.